Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, December 27th or 28th, 29th, 30th. Maybe it's the 29th. Yeah, it must be the 29th. Wow. Vacation does that. So I am back here again. I had intended originally to do something every day this week, but life happens. So here I am. And I still have a bunch to do. We'll see what we get through until Friday. And then come January 1st, I'm starting a new thing. So today, I thought I would backtrack and do the T envelope staple tuck spot. So, and I'm continuing to, here, let me leave that there so that you don't have that nasty glare. Sorry about that. So I have my tiny attacher. I have an Earl Grey tea bag, which I had a lovely cup of tea with the other day, and it's all nice and dried and stained. And I thought I would make some little teeny mini envelopes out of this small printed music paper. These are from Digital Kits, and these digital kits are either from Andrea at Artie Mays or possibly Rachel. I'm not sure. These are from last year's printouts, and I've completely lost track of what they are. I also have some little things that I made last year. The stamps are Tim Holtz stamps on different kinds of pattern paper, and here's even a little cluster. So I thought maybe I would use those as well. So my first step is to make some envelopes. And I originally thought I would use my envelope punch board, but that messes me up sometimes. So I thought I would do it the old-fashioned way, where we're just going to fold these into some envelopes, some little tiny envelopes, and yes, they're going to be upside down. So be it. I'm not going to worry about it being upside down. I am going to make them so that they have edges and flaps, because I prefer them that way, just because if you're actually going to put anything in them, which I may, I don't like struggling with feeling like they're too tiny. So this will be my top, this will be my body, this will be my front. So this middle bit is the part that needs the flap. So I will just snip to make an envelope flap, and I'm going to trim the front of my envelope flap and neaten it up in a minute. So I'm just making the side flaps here. And then what I'll do is I will bring these two together so that I can round them and they'll be symmetric. Just these edges here. Like that. And I'm going to do the same here. And I'm just going to round that edge, and I'm going to take a teeny tiny nibble there. And so let's glue this down, and we'll have a teeny tiny just occurred to me, oh, it goes nearly up to the top, so I'll just do it on this one here. Put some glue there, and I'll put some glue there. And now we have a teeny tiny envelope. How cute is that? I do think it needs some distressing, but we don't have to distress it with tea dye. We could distress it with something else. I think I want to distress it with red, because this is the page that I'm going to put it on. So I think I'm going to try and pick up this red, which is very similar to the, where is it? It's the only red I have. course it's lost in the fold. Here we go. We got Rustic Wilderness and Festive Berries are the colors that I have been using that go very well with that paper. And so I'm going to use the Festive Berries to distress around the edges. It's a very intense red. I can just about make it. There we go. Okay. Put that to the side. All right, so what I'm thinking of is I'm gonna need a couple to glue together. So I'm gonna make at least 2 more of those out of these. So we saw 3 ships, the first Noel and Joy to the World. I love Joy to the World. So let's do that one next. Let's do it like this so that the Joy to the World is right side round. And so is the chorus there. And then again, I'm just going to, this is so much easier than using the envelope punch board. I just find, you know, the envelope punch board seems to make things more complicated than they need to be. So again, it's the middle bit that needs, and this is so quick and easy. There's just no need to make it more complicated than it needs to be. So how are you all? I hope you are all having a good week after Christmas. Starting to look towards the new year. Have you made New Year's reservations? No, that's not what I meant. I meant resolutions. New Year's resolutions. I don't think I'll cut that one, but maybe I will do this flap just a little bit. My crafty ones are to use up my stash. My husband and I have been going through our bookshelves upstairs to try and tidy and purge a little bit. So I've discovered some book treasures that I want to use. And I'm gonna ink the edges this time before I close it up. I think that seems like a smart thing to do. And yeah, so my goal is to use up the stash. I have a bunch of 12 by 12 paper pads that I would really like to use to make projects. I have some Reader's Digests, covers that I would like to, I tend to use them for 3-ring bound books, 3-ring binder or 2-ring bound books. And I think I'm going to try doing some lap books instead. And just going to put this here. And voila, we have envelope number 2. So if we put this on the page with the flaps showing, we can create a tuck spot behind, as well as each of these can be a tuck spot. And if I just glue it there at the base, then they could actually act as closures for each other. So I think I need another one. One more. Let's do one more. The first Noel, N-O-W-E-L, Nowell. And I saw 3 ships. Well, I kind of like that ship image. So let's do that again. Let's fold this up so we see the ship. And we'll fold the top down for the chorus. And I will do the same thing with the sides on this one. Yeah, so my plan is to be using up some of my Reader's Digest covers, to use up some of my, a lot of my, I'm gonna use these big scissors this time. My paper pads. Can't see where that was. Because I have a small craft room and it feels full. And I think it would feel better if it were less full. As simple as that. We have a New Year's Eve party to go to, which is I'm looking forward to. And yeah, midweek. Oh, I didn't shape that. Maybe do a little, no. I'm just gonna snip those corners ever so slightly for the flap, just ever so slightly. Yeah, the Wednesday of vacation week, it's, you know, starting to, I've caught myself stressing about school next week. It is what it is. Articles in the paper about what are schools going to do with the rise of COVID. Don't know what we're going to do. The governor has banned us from doing anything remote, which seems foolish. Even if it could just go remote for a week or two, just so that all of the stuff left over from holiday travels gets put to bed. I would feel much safer. Okay, that's cute. Should I do it like that and do one over the next? And then I can maybe like, yeah. Okay, I'll do that. All right, so I want to put a little bit of glue just here on the corner. And that way, this envelope will act as a tuck spot for that flap. And if I do the same thing here, I can, oh, I should be stapling stuff too. That's okay. I'm going to staple the embellishments. So that works for that one. And then I'm going to tear a strip of my tea bag, and I think I'm going to use that across. Oh, that's cute too, isn't it? Yeah, but then it becomes less functional. And I like the idea of it being functional. Yeah, so I'm going to put a little bit of tea bag across here. And I did break out a new glue stick. Since I didn't purchase this. I have a bit of a stash built up from before I decided to stop using glue sticks. So I might as well use them up. Doesn't make any sense to just let them sit there on the shelf. But my plan is to not buy any new glue sticks after this is done. So there's some tea bag on that one. And I want to do the same on this one. I'm gonna tear that seam off. And I'm gonna do a new little strip here. So I've got my tea bag to kind of instantly age my envelope flap. And then I'm going to do the same on this envelope flap. Guess I should have done that ahead of time, but you know what? It's okay. I can still make it work. We can make it work. Just like that. Getting a little sticky. Okay. So let me open those up. I'm going to open those up for just a minute so that they dry. And then I want some here as well because that's kind of white. And then I'm also going to want some of my cluster embellishment. So if those are down, I need something to act as a tuck for that. So I'm thinking that will go across the page there. This can tuck into here, so I'm going to glue, no, I'm not going to glue that yet because I want to staple some of these to this as well. One of those and one of, well, this is supposed to be like a dangle. Okay, how about this tack? Postage. Like that. Let me distress the edge of this a little bit. And this, just to tie it together. And this. Okay. Now, how did I have that? I had it like this and like this. North Pole. Kind of like that. And my tiny attacher. And you know what I had thought about doing, which I just forgot? I was going to use some alcohol ink to color the staples. But that's okay. They're kind of frosty. Maybe next time. And then that can get glued down on this little corner here. And it will act as a tuck for that envelope flap there. And then did I want to make that a dangle? I do, why not? More is more, right? So where's my tool? I'm going to use the teeny tiny hole. This one. And I'm going to make a dangle right here. And I'm going to need a teeny tiny eyelet. I think I want bright shiny silver, but I have shiny silver there, so I'm going to do silver and gold, right? A bright shiny gold one. Oh, it just got stuck inside. Ah, got it. So there's a magnet there, and I use the magnet to attach this to the metal struts that hold the shelves above. And I find it to be very convenient. So here is my little gold thingamajig. Oh, I'm going to have to change these. So I need the skinny one and the little one. So I now have this on B3. Squish. Voila. Give it an extra little hug there. And now I need a bulb pin. Again, I have a magnet there that lets me attach it to the struts, the metal struts. You know, I have the metal, it's got like tracks in it, and the strut kind of goes in the slot and holds up the shelf. Turns out to be very magnetic, so you can attach all kinds of things to it. Very useful. So, oh, nope, that wasn't right. That's not what I want to do, is it? Is that gonna work? Oh yeah, that works. There, so I have a dangle there. And that envelope can tuck behind that envelope, and that envelope can tuck behind that envelope. And now let me bring in my journal, and I'm going to have that dangling down off the page, and I will glue this cluster down, and I will glue the back of that envelope down. Like that there, and then like this over here. Voila. I have my T envelope staple tuck spot. Actually, probably could also have done a dangle from there, but that's okay. This actually is at the edge of the page. Like, go on in, go on. There we go. Like that. Cute. All right, so now I'm gonna need to make a tag for that. I still need to make a tag for this because the one that I made before with the specimen of the winged snow butterfly doesn't fit. I made it too big. So that just is gonna live right there, tucked in there. So I still need to make a couple of tags. I don't have to, but I'd like to have a tag to go in there, and then a tag to go slide behind there. So that is my entry for the day. Here, let us check off T envelope, because I have the T on the envelopes and the staple tuck spot embellishment, even with a dangle. Very fun. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do next. It will be a surprise. I hope you are all well, that you stay healthy and enjoy your day. Bye-bye.